Welcome back to Lions News Fan Report, where we break down every roster move, every hidden subplot, and every seismic shift in Detroit's quest for a Super Bowl. Today, we're diving into a storyline that has more surprise twists than a playoff thriller, and it centers on one of the offseason's most under-the-radar additions, wide receiver Ronnie Bell. When the Lions inked Bell this January, many assumed he'd at least survive rookie minicamp and earn a spot on the 90-man roster. After all, Bell arrived with a reputation as a savvy route runner and solid special teamer, fresh off catching 3 touchdowns and playing every game for the 49ers in 2023. He seemed tailor-made for Dan Campbell's do-the-dirty-work culture, blocking, linebackers holding the edge on sweeps and turning quick hitters into chunk gains. But fast forward to June, and Bell's standing looks far more precarious than anyone anticipated. The Lions' receiver room exploded this spring. Amon-Ra St. Brown cemented himself as the alpha. Jameson Williams flashed his deep-threat dynamism, and rookies Isaac TeSlaa and Dominic Lovett each delivered eye-popping camp performances. That quartet alone commands 4 of the 7 available spots for wideouts on the opening week 53-man roster. Factor in Sam Laporta's dual-threat prowess at tight end and Khalif Raymond's veteran return skills, and you've got a logjam of talent. Sources tell us Bell struggled in team drills, where quick decisions and crisp footwork separate the contenders from the pretenders. In one red zone session, he reportedly ran his curl route a half-step late, forcing Jared Goff to reel back and dump the pass to the flat. In another special teams live period, a missed block allowed the gunner to run free, drawing a rare frustration from special teams coach Dave Phipp. These isolated snaps don't define a career, but when you're competing for the final roster spot, every miscue matters. Compounding matters, the Lions coaches have shown a willingness to pivot. When Bell was added to the roster, the belief was he'd secure a role as the rotational Z receiver and primary punt return backup. Now, the coaches appear intrigued by rookie Lovett's catch radius and TeSlaa's route versatility. That leaves Bell as the odd man out, and with the 53-man deadline looming, it's crunch time for the veteran. Behind the scenes, the buzz is that Bell's medicals raised an eyebrow during his physical, a lingering hamstring tweak, remembering his midseason. Placement on injured reserve in San Francisco hasn't fully healed, and it trickles into every cut and plant. In Detroit's new sports science program, every micro-injury is magnified. A receiver who can't run full speed out of breaks becomes expendable when younger, healthier legs are waiting in the wings. Yet Bell isn't without champions. A handful of offensive coaches privately admire his savvy against zone coverage and his knack for finding soft spots in the defense. They've cautioned that depth matters, injuries happen, and a veteran mind in the receiver room can accelerate rookie development. But the front office's mantra this summer has been unyielding. Only the best on game day. And in a league where a single dropped pass can cost you your job, Bell's margin for error is paper thin. Over the next week, every walkthrough, every one-on-one, every special teams alignment will determine Bell's fate. If he can shake free from that hamstring question mark and flash the crisp route running that dazzled San Francisco's coaches in 2023, he might force his way onto the roster. If not, don't be surprised to see the Lions quietly waive him before camp even begins, saving a spot for a late signee or another undrafted free agent who can tick more boxes. Stay tuned, because this unfolding saga of Ronnie Bell's fight to stick with the Lions is a microcosm of Detroit's broader championship hustle, ruthless evaluation, zero sentimentality, and a next-man-up philosophy that leaves no room for baggage. The question now is simple. Can Bell prove he still belongs in Honolulu blue, or will he be the odd receiver out in a crowded, ferociously competitive room? That's where we stand on day 1 of roster cuts. As the Lions inch closer to trimming, down to 53, every practice rep carries enormous weight, and for Ronnie Bell, the clock is ticking. If you're as invested in this roster drama as we are, smash that like button, subscribe to Lions News Fan Report, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update on Bell's fate or any other cut-down day surprises. Now, let's fast forward to the moment of truth. It's Tuesday morning, and the team plane rolls into Ford Field for the final walkthrough before the 53-man roster deadline. Ronnie Bell strides onto the turf, helmet in hand, but you can almost see the tension in his shoulders. He knows every rep counts, especially in this no-pads practice where coaches simulate game-speed coverages and special teams battles. First up, red zone session. The play call is a fade to the corner, Bell's bread and butter from his rookie year in San Francisco. Quarterback Jared Goff lofts a back shoulder throw as tight end Sam Laporta clears out the safety. In slow motion, Bell leaps, snags the ball at its highest point and tucks it in before both feet land in bounds. A flash of brilliance. Exactly. The kind of play that can change a coach's mind. But the reprieve is short-lived. 2 plays later in special teams phase, Bell is tasked with sealing off an oncoming gunner. He opens his hips, but the veteran gunner dips under his block and streaks downfield, forcing Bell to chase him from behind. The coverage breakdown is replayed on Reddick's iPad with a red circle around Bell's missed angle. The special teams, coach shakes his head, making a note on his tablet. Later, in one-on-ones against rookie cornerback Denzel Moore, Bell runs his go route. He fires out of the break, but Moore times his press perfectly, gets a clean jam at the line, and reroutes Bell inside, cutting off his path to the end zone. Goff's throw sails high. Another bullet dodged for Detroit's defense, but another mark on Bell's evaluation sheet. Unsurprisingly, word comes down that Bell will get one final look in a team period, a situational scramble drill. The Lions line up in empty backfield, 4 wides, 2 on the right. Bell is the outside receiver. The ball snaps. Goff performs. A quick pump fake, then hits running back Jahmyr Gibbs on a swing. The defense flows, but Bell sinks his hips, draws the corner, and releases for a seam. Goff sees him, fires, and Bell snatches the ball over his shoulder. 3 yards? 4? It doesn't matter. He caught it. In the huddle afterward, offensive coordinator Ben Johnson pats Bell on the helmet. "Better," he says. "Keep that up." But the question remains, is better enough when the Lions' den is overcrowded? By mid-afternoon, the news breaks. Ronnie Bell has been waived. The official announcement is terse. The Detroit Lions have waived WR Ronnie Bell, per team policy. No flourish, no fanfare, just the harsh reality of roster management. How will Bell bounce back? Will he clear waivers and rejoin the practice squad? Or will another franchise pounce, offering him a fresh opportunity? For Detroit, the decision feels clinical but necessary. A crowded receiver room demanded tough cuts, and performance plus health considerations left Bell on the outside, looking in. But let's remember, this is far from the end of Bell's NFL journey. Roster cuts mean little more than a chance to catch on elsewhere. And for Lions fans, the departure of Bell underscores one enduring truth. In Detroit, competition isn't a buzzword. It's a way of life. Thanks for sticking with us through every rep and every roster shakeup. Drop your thoughts below. Do you believe Bell deserved more runway? Or was the cut the right call? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're with us for every surprise this season. Until next time, roar on, Lions fans.